I'm gonna tell you guys the good, the bad, the pros, the cons, because these places are a lot of money.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back. If you're new, my name is Heather and I love sharing all-inclusive resort reviews with you. I am also a hairstylist and my husband is a travel advisor. We have 3 kids and we love bringing these videos to you, hoping to help you find the best resort possible for you and your family. Sometimes these resorts are good and sometimes they're not so good. So we're here to help you guys get the most bang for your buck, where to spend your hard-earned money, show you the good, the bad, all the ins and outs of the resort. So if that sounds like your type of video, then stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, give us a comment, and if you need any help with your travels, definitely hit us up. Our links are down below in the description box of how to get a hold of us. So let's jump into this video. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are reviewing yet another adults only all-inclusive. This time we are in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, reviewing Sandals DUNNS River. Now this Sandals property is relatively new. It was opened in 2023, and if you've watched my previous sandal videos, I'm on the hunt to find the best sandals. Is this it? Keep watching and I'll let you know. So we actually flew into Ocho Rios, which was so much better and closer to this resort than flying into Montego Bay. When you arrive at this super tiny airport, they at least have a Sandals lounge for you. You do get a free transfer, and the ride only took about 20 minutes, way better than if we would have flew into Montego Bay, where it would have been an hour and a half. So before we start breaking down this resort, let's go into the check-in process. So after that cute little song they sung us, they took us over to the Club Sandals Lounge. If you do book a club room, this is where you will come. Gave us our first drink and told us our room would be ready shortly, and just to venture around the property for about an hour. This property is absolutely stunning. Like this lobby right here compared to all the other Sandals we've been to, just so incredibly gorgeous, lush. I loved all the vegetation here and how new everything felt. We'll get into the details in just a moment, but we ran and grabbed us some lunch on the beach, toes in the sand, and our lunch was incredibly delicious, did not disappoint. So we started off on a great foot here. Walked around the property just a little bit. It is on the smaller side, so it doesn't take long to get familiar with. And then they told us our room was ready. So let's start out with a quick room tour. They do still have keys. I wish they would upgrade those to some wristbands, but room, stunning, upgraded, a little bit more modern than the other Sandals properties that we have been to. Room got super cold, which I appreciate. This room category is called the Travertine Beachfront Club Level with Tranquility Soaking Tub. If you've ever looked up Sandals rooms, you can see that they have a long list of categories to choose from. Now, this wasn't the least expensive room, but it definitely wasn't the most expensive room. And the makeup artist in me really appreciated this little nook right here for me to get ready. Double vanity sinks, a gorgeous shower. Plenty of space, as you can see, with some nice separation if you don't like that open concept bathroom. They did come with 24-hour room service. With the club level rooms, you have to book a club level room and above to get that room service. A few little things stocked in our fridge, but they asked us what we would like and then they refilled it as we requested things. And then we did get a couple of bottles of liquor that was complimentary for us to use. But the best part about this room, the view. The balcony on the tub was absolutely stunning. I do kind of wish we were like 1 floor higher, but you know, no complaints. And when you want some privacy from your neighbors, you can just unfold those curtains and completely block the sides and the front off if you choose to. I always do the tub check, run the water, make sure it's clear, make sure there's no gunk in there, and I'm happy to say it passed the test. I definitely had a few soaks in there. So let's break down the pools. Not much to break down because it is all right here in front. There's 2 separate sides. I absolutely loved the infinity edge on both sides, how you could just look out at the beautiful ocean. So this section I'm showing you right here that's closest to the pier and water sports is more of the chill side, if you want to call it that. They did the aerobics over here. They have a nice little hot tub, but the music is bumping. you guys. Not necessarily at this pool, but at the other pool where the swim up bar is located. And since it's not very far away, you can definitely hear the loud music on the other side. So I will say that if you're looking for a quiet oasis, this may not be the place. For us, we are personally okay with a little bit more upbeat vibe. We don't mind some music, but I know some people don't like that. Even though they only have one swim up bar, they do have a gorgeous bar set right in between each pool that you can just jump out and grab a quick drink. But I will pre-warn you guys, the chair game is real here.
So it looks like we're gonna have to play that chair game here, which kind of sucks. This is why I like bigger resorts, is because there's plenty of space for everybody. With the smaller resorts, I feel like they just like, I keep looking over here, I need to look here. I feel like they're just like, I don't know, they don't put out enough chairs for everybody. The pools are smaller and you're just on top of people. So, and it just didn't look like it was that crowded yesterday when we were here. Maybe they were off doing excursions and whatnot, but yeah, every single chair is already taken at 8:30, so.
Now I want to talk about these back pools, because if you're looking at some videos and some advertisement online for DUNNS River, it kind of looks like they have like a lazy river and some extra pools. This is not really the case. These pools located in the front of the property belong to the bungalows or the villas, the people that are staying in these little houses right here. Gorgeous, but they are private, they are reserved for them. So I just wanted to include that in this video just in case you thought, hey, they have a lazy river on property or they have these extra pools. They are gorgeous, but very, very expensive. Moving on to the beach, I know this is a huge, important detail when looking for an all-inclusive resort. Everybody wants a nice beach. And I will say Sandals DUNNS River is located on a very nice beach. Is it the biggest? Absolutely not. But on most days, it's calm, it's beautiful, those electric colors are here, they have the water sports that you can go and do. I thought it was a great beach, but if you're one of those people who want a long beach for morning walks, evening sunset walks, this is not really the best beach for that. My husband loved that they had included water sports. He did this in St. Lucia at the Sandals. Loves to wakeboard. They also have paddle boards and kayaks. So it's a nice little touch. They do have some free snorkeling tours you can also go on as well.
Coming in for a close-up. Dang it. If I wasn't half toasted right now, this would be super easy.
See if I can get it for you.
Welcome to the part of the video where Heather is brutally honest about the resorts. I'm going to give you the pros and cons. I have gotten requests from different resorts of, hey, come visit our property and make sure and leave us a positive review. And I have turned them down because that's just not how I roll. I'm going to tell you guys the good, the bad, the pros, the cons, because these places are a lot of money for you to invest, because not everybody gets to go on vacation as much. So we want to make sure we can find you the best possible place. I know I always get questions about what I'm using, so that was the first product. So let's get into this resort. Sandals DUNNS River. If you have watched my previous Sandals videos, you'll know that I'm pretty harsh when it comes to these resorts. A little negative. I'm always gonna say this about Sandals, like the prices are too high. They're too high. That bed is awful. That is terrible. It is uncomfortable. It is rock hard. The sheets feel like sandpaper. So when I'm paying this much, can you have some soft sheets?
But if you take a look at these pools, they are really outdated. There's broken tiles everywhere. From above, when you're walking, you have a top room, you can see how outdated these pools are. And for how much they're charging for these rooms just blows my mind, you guys. I mean, they definitely need to update these pools.
Why am I negative? I am negative because Sandals is very expensive. Sandals was the OG all-inclusive brand, but it's not anymore. A lot of places have caught up. That was way too much. So, and a lot of Sandals properties are outdated, worn, of a much needed makeover. I am on a mission to try all Sandals resorts, or majority of them. Elf Soft Glam Foundation. You know, take these all-inclusive resort video reviews like you do your makeup. You know, not all makeup fits everybody's wants and needs, and not all inclusives fits everybody's wants and needs. You know, everybody's skin is different, and I'm a professional makeup artist. I do hair and makeup for a living. Everybody's skin is different. Everybody's, you know, all-inclusive desires are different. And this is an interesting trip because we are switching over to a brand new property that has been getting rave reviews. It is Princess Grand or the Census. God, I'm a little tipsy right now, you guys. I don't remember. So we're going to stay in an overwater bungalow after this. It's beautiful, beautiful. Elf. So we can kind of compare, you know, that adults only versus this adults only. We have sent several clients here to Sandals DUNNS River, but you know, we have not checked it out until now. So it is actually a very gorgeous property. I think it's 5 stars in pretty much every way. Updated rooms, modern amenities, beautiful pools, beautiful beach, food and drinks have been really good. So I think it is a pretty solid 5-star resort. Pricing definitely aligns with that 5-star range. The cons I have of this resort has to be mostly dinner time. Dinner sometimes takes a really long time. The only reservations required are at the French restaurant. So you gotta time your dinners just right. Like you gotta go really early or really late or you're gonna be waiting. Last night we waited like over an hour to get into the Mexican restaurant. And it was good, but it wasn't like fabulous. So I was like, dang it, we should have done something else. But for the most part, all the food has been good to great. What I find absolutely hilarious with this resort is like the majority of a lot of Sandals vacations, oh, I forgot to shout it out, NYX Butter Bronzer. They cater to like it's like older people or honeymooners because the prices are kind of expensive. You know, not a lot of people in their 20s and early 30s want to be shelling out all money that it takes to visit here. So totally understand that. But like the vibe at the pool, it's definitely not quiet. So if you're wanting a quiet Sandals, don't come here because they got the music like bumping. So I was like looking around at the crowd that's here, which is mostly 50 and above. And I'm like, the thong song is playing, but it's a very small property. I think there was like, was it 360 rooms? 260, 290? I'll put it right here in the caption because Heather's had a few today. I don't remember. But it's small, okay? It's very small. So if you like small resorts that doesn't require a lot of walking, you'd love this property. And the next resort we're going to, it's massive compared to this. So I'll give you a little difference there between a big resort and a small resort. Overall, had a great time at this property, but this is actually a Sandals that we would recommend to clients for sure, because I really don't like to recommend properties that I don't love and, you know, don't feel 100% confident in knowing my clients or our clients will have a good time at. But DUNNS River, absolutely. Sandals Ochi, down the road, probably not so much. It's outdated, old, the reviews aren't that good. It is the cheapest Sandals property you could stay at. So if you have to stay at a Sandals and you're on a budget, that would probably be your best option. But DUNNS River is definitely on our list to recommend for clients for sure. Hit us up. Our emails are linked down below in the description box. If you need help planning a vacation, we are not like a Sandals diehard, you know, like travel agency. We recommend all different properties. So yeah, if you don't want to do Sandals, no problem. If you want a budget friendly option to travel to take your family to, we got you. That is what's made us so successful in our travel business, is because we are honest with our clients. You know, if like you ask us about a property, we're going to tell you if it sucks or not. Okay. We don't want to send you somewhere where you've spent thousands of dollars to come to and you be disappointed. We want to make sure you love your resort, and we travel all the time. So we have the tea on what's good, bad, you know, pros, cons, that type of thing. We have clients from all over the country. We've even booked people from Canada. So yeah, we will work with anybody with any budget. If you can't afford Sandals, that's totally fine. We used to not be able to afford Sandals, and we would go to those kind of lower to mid budget friendly resorts. And guess what? We had a fabulous time. So we will work with any type of budget. Yeah, just hit us up on our email. Our links are down below, and let's get back to the video.
Let's run through some food options really quick. I kind of already gave you my opinion on the food. It was pretty good for the most part. It was good to great. Drinks, fantastic. They definitely didn't short you on the alcohol here. Tried lots of different drinks and everything was really, really good. So no complaints about the drinks. The morning buffet, as you could see, it was a wait most mornings. And we tried to go at not, the hot times, not the prime times. We tried to go early. But look how small this buffet is, you guys. This has to be the smallest buffet I've ever been to. Views, spectacular, beautiful, no complaints there. The food wasn't bad. Just the waiting game here. Getting into the buffet, that was a little bit of a, Debbie Downer. Property, absolutely stunning. If you don't want to wait to grab a buffet breakfast, you can go over here to this gorgeous coffee shop and just grab some baked goods, a muffin, some coffee. This is what we probably should have done, so we didn't have to wait as long for the breakfast buffet. But I did hit up this place multiple times during the day, and after dinners, it does stay open pretty late. The Blue Mountain coffee that they're known for in Jamaica, it was really, really good here. And just the scenery and the ambience, just absolutely gorgeous. Probably the prettiest coffee shop I've ever seen. Moving on to some lunch options, one of our favorites, was the Jerk Shack. They had that good Jamaican jerk chicken. They had the dumplings. It was just no complaints. Maybe a little bit more seating around here, but other than that, it was great. I did like sitting right here on the beach with my toes in the sand. They had lots of good options, I thought, here for lunch. And then you could also hit up the buffet, but we really didn't do that. We kind of went back and forth from here to the Jerk Shack. Right beside this beach restaurant, you could walk up and order you a pizza to take to your chair. Definitely took advantage of that and my husband's services. And then they did have a little ice cream that you could grab, all throughout the day if you have a little sweet tooth and didn't want to walk over to the coffee shop. Now let's talk dinners. It's going to be a wait, especially if you don't dine super early or you don't want to wait till, 8:30, 9 o'clock to eat. But I did appreciate that they had this rum bar that you could order some pre-dinner snacks, sit and have some drinks to pass the waiting. It was a very neat place. I loved the menu and the options that they had here.
Talented.
Take it off, buddy. Alright, so here we have the beef and shrimp. Okay. We have upstairs.
I'll take that. It's a rum and coke.
Yeah. Want a rum and coke?
Yeah, you get Appleton.
So we were only here for 3 nights, and I didn't have the appetite to try 2 restaurants in one evening. I sometimes do this, but not on this trip. So first we hit up the Italian restaurant. I loved how this was decorated. I felt like it was an actual restaurant back home versus just, at a resort restaurant that's not decorated. Food was pretty good here. No real complaints. Seemed like during our stay, Zuka was the hot spot. Everybody wanted to go here, and you had to wait quite a while. It was kind of a mix of Mexican dishes. It was pretty good. It wasn't fantastic for everyone to hype it up, so it's okay. And then we did hit up some sushi. I love me some sushi. This is located upstairs in the lobby bar. I didn't get a video, but no complaints here.
I ordered this exact same thing the other night, and it tastes totally different. It looks totally different. And the fries are even different. It's a little disappointing.
I will say Sandals resorts are not really known for a lot of entertainment like other resort brands have, but it wasn't bad. It's more low-key. They did have a silent disco, which is always a fun time, but this was on our first night. We got here, and as you can see, someone passed out a little too early for it. We did go to their spa on this trip and got a couples massage. I believe we paid around $250 per person. They're always expensive at all these resorts, but the hydrotherapy was a little lacking. It was gorgeous in here, but there was no saunas or hot and cold rooms or mud rooms like there are at other resorts, but it wasn't bad. They do have a nice gym that overlooks the ocean. I don't know why I didn't come in here and film during the day where you could see the ocean, but As soon as we were packing our bags to leave the next morning, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to film the gym. So I ran up there and hurried to get this video for y'all. We did do a quick excursion that was located right down the road from Sandals. It was amazing because it didn't take away from our daytime at the resort. We were in and out in 2 hours doing this. The best part about it was this chairlift that took us up through the mountains. You got the prettiest views up here. Absolutely gorgeous. It's called Mystic Mountain, and it's known for their Jamaican bobsled ride, which is why I wanted to come here, because I am such a fan of cool runnings. Like, I had to do the bobsled.
Feel the rhythm, feel the ride, get on up, it's bobsled time, cool running!
But they do have a few little other things you can do up here, like a couple different rides and a water slide, but mostly I just wanted to do the bobsled to say I did it. We booked this at the resort, at the tour desk. It was kind of expensive, but you know, all excursions are expensive, and you can't put a price on memories, especially when you're in Jamaica and you can say you did the Jamaican bobsled. We actually did the bobsled 3 times, so you can do it as many times as you want. But yeah, 2 hours, it was well worth it, I thought. So now this is basically the end of our video, the end of Sandals Dunn's River review. Absolutely had a great time here. We were off to the next property, the next adults only, the Princess Census, the Mangroves. It's a brand new resort that features overwater bungalows. I already uploaded this video because I was so excited to get it out. So if you're interested in seeing this property, definitely check back a few videos on my channel, and I give you the pros, cons, ins and outs of the entire resort. So if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and just remember, we can book anywhere you want to go, whether it's international or domestic, cruises, all the things we can do for you guys. So definitely hit us up. We try to find the very best prices for you guys. No price gouging, upcharging like some other TAs do. Just a small business that me and my husband have started. You can check out our Facebook page also. We share weekly deals. We also share real client reviews with their photos from their vacations and their feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching this channel and supporting me and my husband and my little family. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a great week, and I can't wait to share the next video with you.